كتير من ولاد عمتي استشهدوا. تعذيب لا يوصف، تجويع لا يوصف، والظروف اللي عشنا فيها، ظروف الرعب اللي عشنا فيها. أنا وقت كنت روح على الجامعة كان في حواجز عسكرية على طول، وقت يوقفونا الحاجز ويفتشوا على هوياتنا، وقت يشوفوا إنه أنا من حمص، أنا انزل من الفان.
The Syrian Civil War began in 2011 with calls for freedom and dignity. Those peaceful dreams turned into a nightmare of violence, bombings, and displacement. Families fled, seeking refuge in tents, camps, and distant lands. For those who fled, the journey itself often became another nightmare. Others didn't make it, their lives cut short as the world watched in silence. Over 12 million of us were displaced. After years of conflict and unimaginable hardship, the Assad regime has finally collapsed. The Ba'ath Party's 61-year rule ended and Bashar al-Assad fled, marking the close of an era of tyranny. The fall of the regime is a testament to the resilience of the Syrian people, who endured unspeakable suffering, displacement, destruction, and loss. Homs city, where I came from, is known as the capital of the revolution in Syria because it was one of the first cities to rise up against the regime in 2011. The city became a symbol of resistance during the early days of the uprising and also became one of the most devastated cities in the Syrian Civil War. Cities like Idlib, Hama, and Aleppo, once synonymous with devastation, are now symbols of liberation. For Syrians, this is a moment of reflection. The scars of war remain, but the hope for a new chapter is alive. This collapse isn't just the end of a dictatorship, it's a chance to rebuild Syria into a place of peace and justice. Yet, there is hope that Syria's future will honor the sacrifices made by so many.
Finally, so today, guys, I'll be talking as a Syrian who's very happy and in disbelief. Syria is free today. For over a decade, 14 years to be exact, 13 to 14 years to be exact, we faced unimaginable hardship under Al-Assad regime in Syria. So, under this regime, they have robbed us our dignity, silenced our voices, and destroyed our cities. We were forced to flee our country, Syria, everywhere in the world. We were forcibly put. Some people, they used boats to flee Syria. Some people, they used planes. Some people, cars. We were forcibly taken away from our homes. by the Assad regime, to the level that I was only 18 years old when my family decided to send me here in the Philippines to be safe, just to be safe. And now, Assad is gone and Syria is free. I think we're gonna have our dignity back. We're gonna have a better Syria, a more beautiful Syria. For all the Syrians around the world who have suffered a lot, every Syrian family lost someone. I have lost a lot of my cousins in the war. And we are lucky to be alive today. But it's heartbreaking that these people who are not with us anymore, all these martyrs, they couldn't celebrate this victory today. We are in disbelief. We are thinking that we are dreaming. It's like this is just a dream. It's like we woke up and everybody is happy. All the Syrians around the world, they are happy. But it's like at the same time we feel this is not real. It's not happening. Since we are young, we were trained to be scared of this regime. We were trained to be silenced. Our voices cannot be heard. We can't share our opinion. We can't do anything. That's how they trained us since young. And now, after more than 13 years since the revolution started, the Syrian revolution started, a lot of people lost their houses, a lot of people got bombed, a lot of people died, a lot of people got misplaced, a lot of people left to the neighboring countries. Not only to the neighboring countries, like me, I was 18 years old. My family, they brought me from Syria to the Philippines just to be safe, just for my safety. Bata ako noon, like I was just parang teenager ako, like 18 years old. I come here, I remember my dad telling me, we're gonna see each other again, but I don't know when. And the first time that I met my dad was after 10 years. Punta ako sa airport, tapos meet ko yung tatay ko after 10 years. So I was crying that time because I haven't seen him for a long time. And then after 11 years, I met my mom. I wasn't also able to see her for 11 years. Yung nanay ko, hindi ko siya na-meet for 11 years. وقت جيت على الفلبين كان عمري تقريبا 19 سنة 18-19 سنة. وبابا وصلني على مطار بيروت وقال لي انه حنشوف بعض بس ما بعرف ايمت. اول لقاء إلي مع بابا كان بالفلبين بعد 10 سنين. واول لقاء إلي مع ماما كان بالفلبين بعد 11 سنة. أهلي خلال 10 سنين وال11 سنة كنت شوفهم بس على الفيديو. كنا نحكي على الفيديو على الواتساب على الفيسبوك بس 10 سنين كاملات ما حسنت شوفهم. أمي أبي وانحرمنا من البلد من شفت البلد. اليوم نحن عايشين ومو مصدقين، كأنه هذا حلم. يمكن وقت العالم بيفكروا انه سوريا بالفلبين بيقولوا انه شو اخذوا على الفلبين. سوريا والفلبين بلدين كتير بعاد عن بعض، شلون طلع على الفلبين؟ شلون؟ لولا الحرب ما كان صار اللي صار، ولولا بيت الأسد والظروف اللي عشنا فيها، ظروف الرعب اللي عشنا فيها. أنا وقت كنت روح على الجامعة كان في حواجز عسكرية على طول، وقت يوقفونا الحاجز ويفتشوا على هوياتنا، وقت يشوفوا إنه أنا من حمص، أنا انزل من الفان أسئلي ويشيكوا علي وشو عم تعمل هون ولوين رايح وانتو. كانت حياة رعب، عايشين حياة رعب، وهذا الرعب بلش يفك من سنة 2011، واليوم نزال الرعب بشكل كامل. وشعور لا يوصف، أنا حاسس بشعور لا يوصف، شعور فرحة لا يوصف لكل السوريين. أنا ابن مدينة حمص وتأثرنا كتير بالحرب. النظام دمر بيوتنا، قصفنا، كتير من أولاد عمتي استشهدوا، ومن قرايبينا ورفقاتنا وأهلنا شيء لا يوصف، تعذيب لا يوصف، تجويع لا يوصف، نظام. There are no words that can describe what they have done to us. This Assad regime, indescribable. How we suffered years and years of suffering, continuous suffering, being refugees in all the countries around the world. After Syria being a very, very progressive country, a lot of tourists go there. In fact, every Syrian wants to return back to Syria. Right now, because of, our rights were taken away from going back to Syria because of the regime. We didn't do anything. I didn't even do anything. But for 13, 14 years, I never seen my country. Bawal ako sa Syria under Assad regime. They will arrest us from the border. We'd have done nothing. Wala ako ginawa na mali. ما عملنا شيء. ولكن ممنوعين من العودة على سوريا تحت حكم الأسد. بياخدونا من على الحدود. ليش من حمص مع الثورة ضد النظام كنا عايشين برعب وممنوعين من العودة لسوريا، وهلأ اليوم كل شيء تغير. اليوم سوريا حرة. I can't even describe it because I still feel that we are dreaming and this is not real. Syrians are celebrating all over the world. Everybody in my family was emotional. Mama was crying. Everybody was crying. Everybody was happy. بابا، ماما، كل عائلتي وكل السوريين بكل أنحاء العالم صار عندهم أمل. صار في أمل إنه نرجع ونعمر سوريا ونرجعها من أحلى دول العالم. أقدم حضارات العالم إجت من سوريا، وأول شعب بالعالم. دمشق هي أقدم عاصمة مأهولة بالعالم. صار عنا أمل، صار عنا أمل بالعودة، أمل أولادي أنا يزوروا سوريا. عندي ميلاد وميلانا، فرجيهم سوريا، عرفهم على سوريا. صار في عنا أمل. والسوريين اللي تهجروا من بيوتهم وطلعوا ونسيوا بيوتهم رح يرجعوا اليوم قبل بكرة، وفي عالم بلشت ترجع. والسوريين تهجروا من سوريا، وللأسف تهجير القسري البشع وصلنا لكل دول العالم. أنا بالفلبين، في سوريين بتايلاند، في سوريين كل دول العالم، للألاسكا وصلوا، لجبال الألاسكا وصلوا السوريين. ما عاد في خوف وما عاد في حزن، كلنا عزيمة وإصرار على إرجاع سوريا أعظم دولة بالتاريخ وبالعالم ومن أقوى الحضارات بالعالم، ورح نرجع سوريا أحلى من قبل. This message for everybody around the world. All the Syrians, we are considered as the capital of the revolution, Homs. But every Syrian who contributed to this victory, congratulations. Everybody, wherever you are, whichever country you are at, whether you are in Syria, whether you are in Europe, whether you are in Asia, whether we are in the Philippines, everywhere. We were afraid to say even a word about the president, to criticize him. They killed our children, our cousins. They arrested. They don't have pity on everybody. Whatever age you are, whether you are a girl, kung matanda ka, kung babae, kung lalaki, kung bata, wala, they would arrest you. And they would take revenge from you. Just for a simple, it could be just for a simple FB post whatsoever that you've done. We were living horror life in Syria since we are young. Unfortunately, we are lucky enough today to announce that Syria is free from Assad regime. And we have hopes today for a better Syria. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng tao support sa akin for the last 13 to 14 years. I'm considered to be the adopted son of the Philippines for the past 13 to 14 years. Maraming salamat sa love and opportunity dito sa Pinas. Hindi ko alam ano nangyari sa akin. I feel that I'm dreaming. And I can proudly say that my Syrian identity that I have lost since 14 years, since my dad dropped me to the airport and said goodbye to me, is somehow back to me. It gives me hopes, a lot of hopes. But my Filipino identity as well will never be taken away from me, because we should never forget whoever done us good. And I considered that I had very good experience here in the Philippines during the 14 years of my stay, having my 2 kids, Milad and Milana, and loving them to death. At least now I can bring them there, show them Syria and how beautiful it is. And everybody has hopes now. So mga tao, the fall of the regime is just the new beginning for us to rise a better Syria and to build a better Syria, because we deserve that. For the crazy suffering of 14 years, Syrians deserve better. رح نرجع نعمر سوريا أحلى ومنستحق هالشي بعد سنوات التهجير والتعذيب يلي عانوها كل السوريين بكل دول العالم. As for me mga tao, if you want to know what will happen to me, just subscribe and click the bell and I'll be updating very soon. Marami salamat po mga tao.
15, 16, and I can see him already.
لك شو صاير اطول مني. شو مشتاق لك والله، مشتاق لك يا ابني، مشتاق لك يا ابني. الله يرضى عليك. ليك يا باشا، ليكي ها قدامي. ليك يا باشا قدام. 10 سنين ما شفته لباشا، من 10 سنين.
I miss him a lot. مثل حلم مو حقيقة.
اي والله حلم. انا ماني مصدق اني جاي شوفه لباشا.
It's like a dream. I don't feel. He said I don't feel that it's real.
So mga tao, my dad is showering now. Yeah, he went inside to shower, and I was just crying because I didn't like see them growing old, which affected me, because I kind of felt 10 years I wasn't able to see my dad, and kind of got shocked when he was here in front of me, because I thought all these years, 10 years, I wasn't able to go and see my dad or my mom or like my family. So it was tough, you know. It was tough for me after 10 years to see him like in front of me, and he got old. It was really hard, you know. And yeah, that's why I broke down earlier, but my dad doesn't know because he's showering. I did not show him that. After he went inside his room, yeah, I broke down in tears, you know, thinking, how did all these 10 years pass like that? Other people were able to go every year on vacation to see their family, but yeah, me, I was just the one like who say goodbye to them and hello, goodbye. I wasn't able to go and see my family myself. So yeah, it made me feel really, really sad. Now my dad is here, and yeah, I'm glad. It's just that it was a shock for me because it's been 10 years, and then now when I see him, he looks at me differently. So yeah, it was a shock for me, and I kind of regret that I wasn't able to see them for 10 years. But this is the war, you know. Yeah, pag may gera, ganon. So cannot do anything about it. This is the consequences, you know. I was able to see them for 10 years. Cannot bring back time. I wish I could, but I couldn't. And these are the circumstances. Baba, welcome to the Philippines.
Prenez votre temps.
Oui, j'ai
Ouais, je vous attends. Ok. Allez, il y a la camionnette noire là. Il y a la camionnette noire. Ouais, s'il vous plaît. Ouais, elle est là.
Bonjour. Non. Non. C'est quoi ça? Non.
Milano.
Exile.
Milad.
Voilà.
Surprise.
Allez, maintenant.
I think she's dreaming, dude. Surprise.
Kamu dah hilang ya, Umay.
Mga tao! Hone! Rafael! Mama is crying, dude. Oh, he's there. Go. Now they look older, no? Lila Salimar. 1 2 3 رفولي يا حياتي.